Today I will be teaching you how to make a density column in the Craft Laboratory.
Hello and welcome to Craft Laboratory, the density episode.
Honey is the first ingredient with a density of 1.42.
For this experiment, you will need an empty bottle of ragu. The first ingredient you will use is honey. Honey is the most dense ingredient you will use.
Pour a small layer of honey on the bottom of the ragu bottle. This is what the single layer of honey will look like. Light corn syrup is the second ingredient with a density of 1.33. The second ingredient we will use is light corn syrup. This corn syrup will make a small layer on top of the honey. Here you can see the two layers of the ingredients. Dawn dish soap is the third ingredient with a density of 1.06. The third ingredient is Dawn dish soap. Pour a small amount of Dawn dish soap into the jar and watch the layers separate. Here you can see the three layers of ingredients. Water is the fourth ingredient with a density of 1. You will need to add a few ounces of water to the jar to create the fourth layer. You can do this by using a regular old turkey baster. Just pick up some water and pour it in the jar. You can see the four layers of our ingredients. Heaviest on the bottom, lightest on the top. The ingredient is vegetable oil with a density of 0.92. We will continue our process of adding ingredients by adding the vegetable oil to the layers. This will separate, it will become cloudy, but then eventually will form its own layer. Here you can see the 5 layers: the honey on the bottom, the corn syrup, the Dawn dish soap, the water, and finally the vegetable oil. The sixth ingredient is rubbing alcohol with a density of 0.79.
We will now add the sixth ingredient, which is rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol has a green tint to it, and it will look like the layers are mixing, but they are not. Once they settle, they will form their own layer. Here I provide you with a close-up of all 6 layers together. You can see each individual layer clearly.
As you can see, there are many different layers to this wonderful combination. At the very bottom, the close-up you'll see right now is the honey. The honey is the densest item we used. Then you can see a very thin layer of the corn syrup. It is difficult to see, and I understand that, and that is simply because corn syrup is clear. You could use food coloring to make this a little bit more apparent. You can see the thin line of Dawn dish soap then. That's where you get the blue color from. Then there is a thin line of water, which is here, and vegetable oil, and last but not least, the alcohol. You can see inside what it looks like.